JoJo Has Fun. Hang on a second.
10 or 11
Everybody, hi.
o'clock.
Welcome to JoJo Has Fun, comedy Let's Play. We're playing House Flipper. We wanted to go back to playing more Tales for Equestria, but the last time we recorded it, it took 15 hours to render the video, and that's not happening again. So until we find a better way to do that, we're going to put a pin in it. So we're back playing our old reliable game where we flip houses. Kim, I'm going to click this one that just says kindergarten.
Oh, okay.
Someone's building a kindergarten, like, on the cheap.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's how. I mean, have you seen public education? Hold on a second.
I have now.
I'm trying to write I had a friend that asked for a testimonial for us having performed together, and so I'm trying to write it for them, and it's difficult.
How's that going?
I think that they're a good performer, and it's just very difficult to like write.
Do I know this person?
Sound. Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, that sounds exciting.
They have the same last name as Twitter Jeff.
Oh, cool.
Cool. But anyway, he's starting a website, so he wants to have testimonials, and
that's nice. I like that guy.
But it's just really hard to like say something nice about somebody that doesn't sound canned and like contrite and just sort of like.
I've discovered that when I have to give like references.
Yeah.
It's really tough.
Joe Blow is supportive and
you mean
creative.
Like, what was Derek like on the job? Oh, you mean free snacks, Derek? I love him. He always brought free. Just hire him, please. I don't want to have to talk to you anymore.
Yeah. Oh, you mean our incredibly reliable, dependable, responsible, punctual.
You mean Mr. Gave Me a Kidney? I love that guy. I can't get enough of him.
Well, that's like, I said to somebody once who was calling about a reference, I was just like, well, she was my maid of honor in my wedding. So obviously I thought she was kind of responsible, or she's my only friend. I guess you're going to have to decide.
Oh, that's good. I love the idea. This has never happened to me. But I feel like I've mentally prepared for it. Like, I'm out and about in my day-to-day life, and I get a phone call from somebody, and they're like, can you do a reference check for, like Lisa? I don't know Elisa. I've never known Elisa. But if they say, could you give a reference check for Lisa? I would just be like, absolutely. What do you want to know? And I could give a reference check for a total stranger. And because I am... I very deeply believe in helping. I probably would be very not honest. I would be very positive, but it would be a complete and utter lie. And you should too.
I am very supportive of people getting jobs elsewhere, but I'm at a point in my life where I do not feel comfortable giving a reference to anyone I know for the place that I work currently.
Gotcha. Like, you would be a bad person for that.
Yeah, well, I'm great with like other people. Well, like you have a big office and like hundreds of jobs.
There's lots of jobs in that office that I go to. Yes, Kim.
Yes, I have one office with one receptionist and then one me, and that's it. So like
quite a pickle.
A third person could
really upset that
really
that's a season 5 thing when you're trying to figure out how you can keep this gravy train rolling down the tracks.
We have an excellent shadow. I don't call her an intern because that's not what she's doing. She's shadowing. She's a certain amount of hours shadowing a doctor to be able to go to I want to be a doctor school, and she has said that she'd be interested in a summer job if we would be willing to have her. And like, that's like amazing, except
that's a huge commitment.
But I love her and she's wonderful, except that like, we'd only have her for the summer. And so it's such a bummer because like, once you get used to having somebody to help, you really kind of need that, you know? Because right now we're operating on like no help at all. Like at one point today, I asked a patient to get the door for me because the door's locked from the inside.
Oh, wow, Kim,
and
that's very bad.
I know, but I couldn't get the door. So they were like right next to the door. I was like, could you open that for somebody, please?
That's really good.
Because I was
Kim.
like headed that way, but I didn't want the person to have to wait any longer, and so I just went ahead and asked them to do it for me.
Very nice of you.
Yeah. But all of our patients are very sweet and nice, so they totally and vote for us for
Kim, you're not telling your patients that you do this show, are you?
No. In fact, the doctor that did all my Botox just found out that I do the show, and now
They
I'm
then
very
asked,
nervous.
did you talk about me on it?
No, thank God. He didn't say that.
He did the worst thing. He was like, "Oh, I'm pretty funny."
No, he said, he was just like talking about, he's like, do you have lots of comedian friends? He's like, I hear comedians really like to hang out with comedians. I was like, well, I guess that, yeah, we don't really have a whole lot of other friends. He's like, I bet that Kevin Hart and like Dave Chappelle would be really funny to hang out with.
So you were trying to say that all comedians are best friends.
He thought that all comedians hang out together and, would be fun to hang out with. And
That's
and I wanted to be like,
having known a lot of comedians, I have to say that if that is something you truly think, like, it's wrong.
yeah, it's sad because like actually comedians in general are very non-supportive of each other and incredibly depressed.
Yeah, I mean, you got to remember that if you're a comedian, what you're basically saying is like, I want a lot of attention. Like,
Yeah.
being a comedian is not a selfless act.
No,
If anything, it's incredibly selfish.
it requires, it's a huge drain.
It is a huge drain. It's very like, it's rough. And like a lot of the comedians I know, in a weird way, they sort of revel. I mean, they say they do, or they either say they do and it's a lie, which isn't helpful, or they revel in the fact that they have like a mental illness they can't deal with,
Yeah.
which is tragic. It's very sad. You don't want that.
No, and that's like that's every comedian's thing now is that they have a mental illness that they can't handle. Which if they just had health insurance, maybe
Maybe
they
comedy
could.
would be better.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to laugh better?
Yeah.
How about that single payer, huh? Partner?
Partner. Howdy. Single
Howdy.
payer healthcare.
You got to say partner because it makes you feel a relaxed and cowboy atmosphere.
Yeah. Oh, I met a guy named Tex today.
Ooh,
Did I tell you about that?
does he say partner?
He doesn't, but he does say when he goes to Texas, he gets laughed out of Texas. And it's all because his mom liked some guy that was like a cigarette sale, like Tex, the cigarette man. I don't know. And so this guy was like 75 years old.
Right.
But yeah, his name was Tex and his brother's name's Buddy.
Yeah.
Because those are dog names. Those are.
I would always name dogs like after foods.
Oh, really?
That
Our
name's funner.
dogs-
Spaghetti.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. I had my friend had a cat named Spaghetti.
It's a good name for a cat
Yeah.
or a dog.
Yeah.
Biscuits too. Biscuits is a really
Biscuits
good name
is a
for
great
an
name.
animal.
For a cat, because sometimes they make biscuits.
Yeah.
But for some reason, a dog also because they like eat biscuits.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff to like about that.
I have you noticed names that are very popular for dogs? Molly
I
is a very popular dog name.
Yeah. Molly. I feel like Lucy also. Like, I feel like Lucy is like a big dog name.
Yeah.
Like, not
Sadie?
just like popular, but like if you have a big dog, this is what you would probably call it.
Probably gonna name it Lucy
Yeah.
or Clifford. Clifford is a really popular one if your kid was 4 when you got the big dog.
And you spray painted it red one year for All Hallows Eve
Yeah.
because that's what that dog's energy is.
God, I hope I never have a dog.
Well,
Although
Kim,
I met someone who breeds miniature
I was so sure
dachshunds.
you're gonna be like, I had a dog scare the other day.
Yeah, I thought, oof, scary. So
I
yeah,
almost had a dog.
I met someone who breeds miniature dachshunds, and for a moment I thought, I want a miniature dachshund.
Well, Kim, I mean, you just wanted a nice deal on
Yeah.
them because clearly you could get it from your.
Oh, yeah, I
friend.
could have gotten a
Yeah,
deal.
You know, a guy in the industry,
Yeah.
someone who's in with dogs.
It was great actually. Is she was like, yeah, I needed to stay home with my daughter, And so I needed to have a job. And so I decided, since I was already casually breeding them, I would just make a business of it. And I was just like, what does that, like, it was one of those things I did not have time to go into it, but I was like, damn, I want to find out what the hell that means.
So wait a minute. So you were just like, yeah, I was just like breeding dogs, you know, like for the
casual, just
for the
funsies.
thrill of the game.
Yeah, mom and pop breeding those dogs. Although she said it's really hard to get that thing that people are taking to try to prevent, like her dogs, like you take it to like prevent worms, and now it's like unavailable on the market.
Ivermectin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
meant
actually
to kill parasites and for animals, not for humans, and doesn't work and is a lie. And don't do that, please.
And it's like poisonous and can really hurt you.
Can really kill you.
But she needs it for her dogs, and she can't get it because it's really super popular down here.
Killing those little dachshunds, you are.
Yeah. Yeah. So you want to kill tiny baby dachshunds, miniature baby dachshunds.
They
Imagine
don't
how
get
small
smaller than that.
Yeah. And you are choosing to take their medicine instead of getting vaccinated, you dumb dillhole.
Yeah. You'll take dog medicine first. Which
Yep.
you gotta say though, I mean, if you're willing to go that hard in the paint, I mean, all right.
Yeah.
Buy one of these.
My
One of these.
someone I work with's cousin down in Florida is taking Florida is taking that.
Really?
And so well, I'll update you on whether or not they die.
Okay, thank you, Kim. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you for doing so.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Yep. What an exciting time that we got to live through together. Although, you know what? It's not quite over. We might not make it, you and I.
That's true. Well, probably one of us will, just statistically.
Yeah, I guess that's... You know what, Kim? You're right. The math does pan out that way, typically.
I hope it's me that makes it, I mean.
Well, yeah, I mean, you've got... I guess... Well, I wouldn't say you had more to live for. It's just like you have more responsibilities. That
It would be like... I'm just saying,
pain.
like, it would be like a tremendous bummer.
Like, if I got took out, you know, it's like, yeah, it's sad, but, like, I mean... The world isn't like a worse place because of that.
Holly will watch Buddy. I mean, it's fine.
Yeah, the turtles are fine. Like they'll make it, you know.
And they'll miss you probably, but she could probably just put a picture of you close to the cage.
You know, not even that, Kim. She'd probably just like give them strawberries and then they would forget that I existed. Because I don't know if you know this. Turtles fucking love strawberries.
I didn't know that, but
they
I was
absolutely go hog wild. Like they like strawberries so much.
You're painting outside.
I know. Let me tell you a little bit about how much turtles like strawberries. They like strawberries so much that after I gave them a strawberry just one time, I had this thermometer that had a red tip, strawberry colored, you might say.
Yeah.
And
go on.
Buddy would just sit there and attack it all day for hours and hours because I guess to him, he was like, I know that this isn't a strawberry, but it's so fucking red. I just can't take that chance.
There's not a whole lot of stuff that they eat that's red, right? Like, it's got to be it.
I mean, fish. I think it's that strawberries are like dessert for them.
Oh, yeah.
If you're a turtle and you don't have access to like sugar, two things at once. You have to be a turtle and not have a lot of access to sugar.
Okay.
A strawberry probably tastes it. Grip it and tip it and rip it.
Oh, damn it.
It's probably like the most intense flavor profile you could imagine. It's just so powerful.
Yeah.
And in your face and raucous. Just a delicious thing.
I was turtle sitting a couple of weeks ago, and I also was like, they were like, oh, don't worry, just let the garden die. I was like, not going to do that. So I tried really hard to keep the garden going. Because they were like, every year, you know, we go up to New York this time, and the garden is about, the garden's about to like produce all the stuff, and then it just dies. And I was like, well, wouldn't it be cool if that didn't happen this year? So I like was pruning and everything, and I would take some of the extra like tomatoes and stuff like that, and I would just put them in the turtle tank, and one day it ate like a whole tomato.
That sounds right.
Yeah, but they're like, oh yeah, sometimes he doesn't eat anything, like don't worry about it, like you might eat like 2 pellets, like that. I think that they're just not feeding him right, because he ate a lot of the food that I gave him.
they typically eat whatever's around.
Yeah, like he ate all the lettuce, and he had got like some arugula, and yeah, he was.
Ooh, peppery.
Oh yeah.
Sure, you like that.
Yeah, he was really into it. I'm assuming it's a he just because I'm saying he.
You don't know anything about.
Well,
you don't know anything about turtles. It's fine.
I don't know anything about turtles. I thought that like little turtles were very young, but apparently sometimes they're just little.
Mm-hmm. They grow to match the tank they're in. So if you put one in the wild, they become a giant.
Well, that was like that picture that I showed you with my friend and that giant snapping turtle. Mm-hmm. Its head was like the size of his gigantic, like, Note 8 Samsung.
Yeah, it's a big turtle, friend.
That must have been 100 pounds. That friggin' turtle.
Yeah, and was probably loved pineapple. You didn't even think about it, but fuck if they love pineapple. Turtles are great, is what I'm trying to say here.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of them.
Probably he had access to wild strawberries.
You think that turtle could just go out and find strawberries to eat? By the way, is this entirely relatable content that we're just talking about turtles and how fucking cool they are?
They are very cool, and you've really made me realize how cool turtles are.
Yeah, they're really great little creatures. They're adorable.
I enjoyed like living in Northport and having them all over the place, and picking them up, and I'd put a little nail polish on them so I could track them
throughout the day to see what they got up to.
Well, I just wanted to make sure if I ever saw, because a lot of them got run over by cars. I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't one of the ones that I was playing with earlier.
That would be very sad.
Yeah, well, because that's the thing. And then I would if I didn't know it, it's still sad, but it's even more sad if I played with it and then I let it go and the first thing it did was jump into traffic.
Yeah, like this turtle was like a good friend of mine, and I developed a connection with it and a backstory for it, and it died immediately.
Yeah.
So that's not fun.
Yeah. But anyway, we could talk about things other than turtles. Like, for example,
what, Kim?
What's going on with this daycare or this kindergarten? That's clearly a house.
Yeah, I think it's someone who's converting a house into a kindergarten. I'm not going to say whether or not that's legal. My instinct says no. But
yeah,
I couldn't imagine what the permits are like for this, but I imagine they're like a bitch and a half.
Well, and none of these doors are ADA compliant.
No, absolutely not. This place would be shut down in a baker's minute. It's yeah.
Baker's minutes, just for everybody's reference, 13 minutes.
Exactly. Yeah. It would be open pretty much until the end of the first bell before the teacher said everyone settled down. Their doors would be shut.
Oh, speaking of, Pip is going back to daycare tomorrow.
Wow.
Yeah.
How long do you think that's going to last, statistically speaking?
Well, he's just having a half day. But okay. I'm buying him a bunch of. I just purchased a bunch of kids NK95 masks.
Well, that's cute.
And I'm gonna make him start wearing them to school.
Nice.
Because he's good with masks, and because I found out that not all of his teachers are vaccinated.
Cool.
Yeah, super uncool of them.
That's a great thing, Kim.
Yeah, for a bunch of frickin' 3-year-olds and under to be exposed to that because, yeah.
I mean, Kim.
Yes?
Life's a thing.
Yeah, I would like it to keep happening.
Well, I got news for you. Kim, I have some terrible, terrible news. I'm going to vacuum these roaches up. And
thanks.
I'm making the bathroom where the kids are going to run in and cry after they get bullied.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty fun.
That's too real.
I know. I signed up.
Could we have a school where kids don't get bullied?
Kim, I'm sorry to say it, but no.
Okay, well, I tried. Really, you're going to have a full window that you can see right into the kids' bathroom.
I mean, that's what they wanted. I 69, nice. I mean, I don't think this is a good idea, Kim, but
yeah, I guess the customer's always right.
Kim, I'm a contractor. I do what I'm told.
I just stick large plates of tile onto other tile. That's just what I do.
Yeah, I mean, if my daddy did this and his daddy before him, And my daddy before that, I think he was like a miller.
Yeah.
But if he had known about tiles, he'd probably be into it.
Oh yeah. Super satisfying.
It's really great work.
I actually have so recently I've really gotten into decorating closets. Upstairs, our upstairs bathroom has a closet that has carpet in it. It is the only carpet in the entire house. For some reason,
Are you an incredibly huge fan of it, or are you against it?
I'm against it, just because it doesn't, like, why? And it holds smells, and Pip used to go in there to poop, and so it needs to go.
The one room with carpet is where you put the baby toilet.
Right.
That's a baffling decision, Kim.
Well, because he liked to be in the closet because it was like a little stall it was private. And so he would sit in his little private stall in the closet.
Did you at least put a plastic bag down?
No, it was a baby toilet. So he just it didn't like get on the floor, but it still really stinks like poop in there. Even though
then Kim, if that's what happened, I hate to say this, but I think your first statement isn't true.
Yeah, well, it wasn't like he was actively pooping on the floor.
I don't know enough about science, but I feel like condensation is the word I want to use here.
Yeah, there's definitely poop particles. I will give you that.
Yeah.
For surezies. And so but the carpeting needs to go. They're like, whoever did it, they did the entire room in this slate. And then even though they have extra slate because we have it down here in the basement, they decided, you know what? Bathroom closet, I'm going to leave you with your 1970s carpet.
Nice. That sounds really hot.
Yeah.
They wanted to make a statement. That statement was, we gave up right here.
Yeah, this is where we're done. Nobody can see it. Don't care. So I'm going to practice tiling on that little closet is what I'm saying.
That's a fun new skill, Kim. Mm-hmm. You're going to, and you know what's going to be horrible is when you do it and then you're done with it and you're going to be like, well, now what do I do with the rest of my life?
Yeah.
And then
well, that's how I've been doing wallpapering inside closets.
Because you need something.
Yeah,
something to fill that void.
Yeah, exactly.
That empty space where tiling used to be.
Well, I just finished that cross stitch that I've been working on for 7 months.
How did you take that emotionally? Because I'm imagining bad.
Yeah, it was not great. I never want to talk about space again.
Yeah.
I started a new cross stitch. Hate it.
Yeah. I've been thinking, that YouTube video I put up that was like 30 minutes long, I'd been thinking about doing that for about 5 months, and then it was done, and I was like, well, now what do I do?
Guess I should start taking more ADHD medication.
I actually just started working on another video, like today. Like that's what I was
doing.
doing.
Wait, what did you?
I started working on another video today. That's what I was doing when you
asked
when we could play. Yeah.
Oh, somebody from the
nice.
Rolling Stones passed away.
Oh, no. That's unfortunate. Which one?
The drummer.
Oh, that sucks.
Charlie Watts.
Poor guy.
Yeah, well, he was 80, so...
Oh, I mean, that's a good run.
Yeah, I still would like to live longer than that.
Kim, that's really greedy.
No, I want to live to be, at least 86.
That seems reasonable.
Are you putting floor tile on the walls?
No, Kim, these are wall tiles.
Oh, well, they're ugly.
Well, Kim, it's a school. I don't want people staying in the bathroom smoking cigarettes.
You know what? You're right.
Yeah.
That's another thing that kids shouldn't do.
Smoke cigarettes or go to the bathroom?
They can go to the bathroom, but I just think that smoking cigarettes is gross and smelly. It takes up time.
But Kim, it's drugs.
Yeah, but it's not good drugs. There's so many better drugs that kids could be doing.
There's a lot of good drugs out there.
Yeah, there's a lot of good drugs. Look, kids, there's a lot of good drugs out there. Don't just go for the easiest drug that you can get your hands on.
Yeah,
Save
and
yourself.
believe me, there's a lot of easy drugs you can get. Let me tell you.
Yeah. Yeah. Save yourself, kids, for the good drugs. Don't go for the cheapy cigarettes.
You're going to want to hold
later
out
on in your
for
life,
some
you can
drugs.
always go to cigarettes.
Yeah, they're always there.
Yeah, but
they're always at the store.
Yeah. But like you can't go back is the thing. Like once you start. So like
once you pop.
Yeah.
It's the Pringles
like
principle.
Pringles. Yeah, it's the Pringles theory of cigarettes. Yeah, you really you can't. I mean, there's
Do
so
you
many.
think when they were coming up with the reconstituted potato granules that became Pringles, Dr. Pringle herself. She was like
the guy with the mustache.
Well, his partner in crime, who was also named Pringle, Eliza Pringle. She was friends with Mary Curie. Do you think that she was like, do we really want to throw in our reconstituted potato granule brand in the same vein as like hardcore drugs? Because our slogan is literally, you will be addicted to these. These are a habit-forming snack.
And they were like, it's for children, so yes. Oh wow, those are dirty. Those are dirty potties.
Son of a bitch, Kim. If you are right that they are, that you know what, Pringles, hook 'em young. That's what they say.
Yeah.
That was their original slogan. Pringles, hook 'em young.
You didn't finish that room.
What are you talking about?
Go back in there.
This is done.
Turn around. Wait, only the bathroom stalls have to be tiled?
Yeah, Kim, well, I did tile out here, but I used a different color.
Oh God, I thought that that was the original tile because it's hideous.
No, this is what they asked for.
Okay, so let's just go ahead and take a pause.
Kim, wait, do you want to learn here?
Sure.
Is this conducive to learning for you?
Well, it depends. So I go in and I walk in and I see these color schemes. Who's our mascot?
The llama.
This color doesn't. You really think llama? Are we?
Well,
like
I was gonna say tiger, but that's pretty basic because I was thinking
are we
of
like the
Frosted
Himalayan?
Flakes.
Because like I imagine a illegal high school, or excuse me, an illegal elementary school would have like a racist mascot. So it would be like, we be like the Sherpas?
That's bad, Kim. I don't like that I'm working here. I don't like that I'm working at this horrible school.
Yeah. Wait till you see their mascot.
If you think it's bad now.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, actually, God. I think that we would probably just go with a llama.
Because they're known for being...
Well, because we could get one on the cheap. I know a guy.
Well, that's scary in a different way. You want a llama, I can get it for you before 6 o'clock tonight. Which is impressive.
Why would I need a llama with such urgency?
Kim, you say that, but I swear to God, when it happens, you're going to be really grateful for this llama. There is a ostrich farm across from where I live. Did I tell you this?
No.
There is an ostrich farm across where I live, and so I don't know what people like where we are like as a species when it comes to like how we feel about ostriches, but they are okay.
Are you sure they're not emu?
No, they are most certainly ostriches. You can tell by their big bald heads. And the thing about
emus have big bald heads. Google it.
No, Kim, ostrich.
That looks a lot like an ostrich, though, right?
But that's an emu, and that's not what's across the street from my house. So
okay, fine.
the point is, there are some cool things about ostriches, and then there are some not so cool things about ostriches, and I'm going to tell you what they are right now.
All right. 5 cool things that you didn't know about ostriches.
This is the content that you crave. Cool thing about ostriches, number 1. Ostriches, no matter where they are or what they're doing, will always have one ostrich who kind of stands apart from the rest of the pack. He's like a guard, and he makes sure that all the other ostriches can be safe as they frolic in sprinklers. It's a really nice thing, and it makes you very happy when you see it because you're like, that big guy is on the job. He's not just like basking in the fact that he's an ostrich. He's working right now. He's got a job to do, and that's to protect them from hyenas or whatever attack ostriches. I don't know. Yeah. That's a cool thing. It makes you happy. He's like, oh, cool ostrich. And also that ostrich typically stands closer to the fence so you can get a better look at
supportive. Ostriches are known for being really supportive.
Very good. Here's a con about ostriches. Every night, I guess because they're confused, they make this terrible, high-pitched, like wail of the damned. Like they sound like they're screaming bloody murder and agony, like they're being eaten alive every night. Just this horrible like it's really rough, and that's
That
a
doesn't
bad
sound
thing
so
about
bad,
us.
but-
It's pretty bad. It's scary, Kim, because sometimes I leave my windows open and I wake up not remembering that there are ostriches near me. And let me tell you, Kim, that's a scary thing to not realize. People have died for less.
Have you, when you lived in New York, did you ever get the opportunity to hear a Fisher cat
No, what is a Fisher
in the
cat?
night? Oh my God. So Fisher cats, if you'd like to Google it, it's a type of weasel. They were imported into the United States to eat porcupines. And when they are killing an animal, they make a sound like a baby being ripped in two. It is a sound that is so horrific that even for somebody who has heard it 100 times, you still wake up in a panic. Like there's like, you know, that sound or that feeling when like a fire alarm goes off and you're asleep.
Yeah.
That's what makes you, that's the sound, like that's how you feel when you hear a Fisher cat screaming.
That's really bad, Kim.
The way that you lure a Fisher cat into a trap is you put beaver meat and skunk scent into the trap, and that
So it's
will
like
attract.
a twofer.
It'll attract the Fisher cat. They oftentimes they don't kill the animals to eat them. They just kill them for sport, and so they rip their stomach open and then just leave it there.
What a horrible, horrible creature.
Yeah, but you know what? Our porcupine problem was really solved when we introduced them.
You know what, Kim? That's really looking on the bright side, huh? That's
Yeah,
really
now we have an absolutely horrific mongoose on the loose. Mongoose on the loose. That's good.
That's it. Kim, that was very good. I'm very proud of you.
Oh, that'd be a fun video game, Mongoose on the Loose.
Yes, it would.
So why didn't they name Untitled Goose Game Goose on the Loose?
I think, Kim, they hadn't thought of it at the time they released it.
Oh, okay.
That's why it was called Untitled Goose Game.
Okay, well, I'll let it go.
Okay, well, I'm sure they'll appreciate you for it.
You know, last night when I texted you about Shallow Hal, the movie,
Yeah.
I was like laying in bed and I couldn't sleep over how mad I was about Shallow Hal and the
Had
movie.
you just seen it, or was this like an old
No,
anger
it was
you
keeping
had
me up. I
unlocked?
haven't seen that movie probably in about 15 years at least.
Okay.
Which is like around when it came out. But
What's
when
the,
it came
what's
out,
the thing about it that like really gets your goat?
how much time do you have?
Well, I don't know how long we've been recording. Hang on.
36 minutes. But let me just, I'll keep it to the cliff notes.
Okay.
Historically, I was a huge Jack Black fan. I am a huge Jack Black fan. He was in that movie. Therefore, I was obligated to like it. You know what it's like when you're a teenager and something happens that you like and you have
I've
to like
heard
it.
of this, yes.
So I was obligated to like this movie. It was not necessarily, it wasn't like what I was used to seeing with Jack Black. It was like a romantic comedy, which, but then of course there's the problematic aspect of the fact that you have the whole concept of Shallow Hal is that he gets, it's actually very similar to Office Space, where he gets hypnotized into.
But Tony
seeing
Robbins
people-
doesn't die, though.
What?
Tony Robbins is the hypnotist in that movie, and he doesn't die.
I don't know if it's Tony Robbins or a guy who's supposed to be Tony Robbins.
That's
don't know.
a fair point, yeah.
It's been so long that I don't know what Tony Robbins looks like, and I definitely didn't know who he was then. But anyway, he gets hypnotized into, like, as far as the movie is concerned, seeing people for what they really are on the inside, which is hot and thin. Because obviously, if you're a good person, you're skinny and attractive. Yeah,
I can see where you're going with this, Kim.
right off the bat, really problematic. And so then you have that. And then I was thinking about, because like the movie got canceled, I don't know, almost, I would say 5 years after at least. It took
Really?
people a while to get over the fact that it was like Jack Black.
I had not heard of this, and I'm almost certain that wasn't the verb they used, but I'm not sure if that's the verb they used, but I had not heard of a Jack Black Shallow Hal controversy.
Oh yeah, because the whole thing is like that the idea of the movie, because it's But then it's also like it's not inclusive because the girl who's fat is played by Gwyneth Paltrow in a fat suit, and people had a problem with that. But looking back on it, like, wouldn't you have even more of a problem if Gwyneth Paltrow was the girl on the inside and some other fat actress was the girl on the outside?
I guess that would be pretty bad, huh?
That would be bad, right? Because like there's no winning in this situation. And then
No.
the whole, like they just pepper the whole movie with ways to make fat jokes.
Which is
but, like,
very
it's-
strange if what they're going for is sort of like the opposite of that.
Right, but it's so easy to make these stupid jokes because punching down, as they were,
You would think the high road in Shallow Hal would be they do this and just make like typical like romance jokes and they don't draw attention to
Right.
literally anything else.
But the end of the movie, so he gets unhypnotized and he sees Gwyneth Paltrow for what she really is, a big fat girl. And he loves her anyway, and that's supposed to be like noble. Like he sees her as a beautiful woman, but he still continues to see her as Gwyneth Paltrow thin. So it's like he couldn't have found her attractive as an overweight Gwyneth Paltrow because it's not like she's an unattractive woman. She's incredibly wealthy. That's
true.
the other thing that's really troubling is like he's in love with a very, very rich woman, and it's like, I don't know. It
bothered you.
It
got your goat. You don't have a.
It continues when I watched it when I was younger. I thought that it was a nice message about appreciating people for who they are on the inside. When I was not 15 anymore, I realized that there's no virtue in being thin or pretty. And that isn't what people are on the inside. On the inside, they're just a bunch of blood and bones.
Yes, we are mostly meat in here, huh?
Yeah, so...
Well, Kim, it's a wonderful lesson for the kids.
Yep, there you go.
Everyone's just meat all the way down.
And you can still appreciate people for what they are on the inside.
I mean, I love
just know
meat.
that it's meat and bones.
It's meat and bones.
And like some very
Well,
valuable
also Kim
organs.
dreams.
I guess a little.
Like that short story. That scary story. Well, it's a sci-fi story where the aliens go down and it's like, yeah, the dominant species down there is made of meat. And they talk by flapping their meat at each other. And they suck air through their meat to live. And they stick stuff in their meat to eat. It's weird. They're in charge
weird.
down
I haven't
there.
heard of that.
Yeah, it's basically like if aliens saw us, they'd be like, huh, that meat's walking around and is acting like it owes, like the world owes it something. I guess it's in charge. Because we are all just meat, Kim.
I mean, I guess, yeah.
We're
But then
all
does it also find out that on the inside we're beautiful?
No,
'cause we're
Kim, on
thin
the
and look like
inside
Gwyneth
we're just
Paltrow?
more meat. Kim. We're just
Are the
meat.
younger ones
We're
tastier?
meat.
Do they
Kim,
cover that?
Kim, humans are a combination of meat and fear.
Oh.
That's right.
I
Think
can't
about
believe Is this
that.
the last room? Because, oh my God, there's a lot of rooms in this place.
Kim, it's a fucking school. I don't know what to tell you. They're labyrinthine, so you can run from clowns or whatever.
Oh,
what?
I hope this is the principal's office because you have your own bathroom.
It's got to be, right? But the principal doesn't have an assistant, so that anyone wants to talk to him, they just can.
Yeah,
That's-
it's more of like a therapist situation.
Yeah. My door's always open, huh?
It's because
What is this other room for? Is this a playroom? I should know. I did paint it.
It's very playful.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I guess we're done. We're almost done with this preschool. I've almost made
Yeah.
enough to go back to my ultimate goal, which is finishing that house we've been fixing up for the past few weeks.
Well, good. I'm glad we made a little bit of money.
Yeah, I'm not going to finish this job yet because it's not 100% complete. There's more money to be gained. But once I do, then we're going to go back to the big house and finish that up. Long-term goals are very important, he said.
They sure are, therapist Joe.
That's right. And hey, go drink some water. Not you, Kim.
You can't tell
I
me
know you're
what to
drinking.
do.
I know you're drinking what anyway. I mean, like if you're listening, like go drink some water. And if you're already
Right
drinking
now?
water, that's cool. Drink some more. I mean, like everyone can stand to have some more water. I have some right now.
true.
Look.
All right, friend. I just yawned, so it's time for me to go to bed.
Bye, everybody.